my turn to share some thoughts with each and every one of you. And I certainly hope I have something to offer today. Let us open our service with number 6 in your songbook, Love Divine. Together, let us bow our heads or raise your eyes and your hearts to the heavens. Go within yourself. Pull in the God essence that is so heavy here today. Oh, Heavenly Father, Mother God, we give thanks for this opportunity to be here together in oneness. And may we continue to explore all that thy wonder has to give to each and every one of us. We give thanks for all the healings that have gone forth from this chapel, and we ask that you continue to shed this light and energy to those who are in need in all ways. Bless those who are not able to be here with us this day, for we know things happen in our physical world. And we give thanks for our masters, teachers, and guides, and our beautiful angels that also share their light and energies with us. May we be more aware as we travel our pathway of light and discovery that this is available for everyone, not just a few. And God, we give thanks for all things in your name. And now together we will sing the Lord's Prayer. As you can tell, I'm a little horsey today. And I hope I don't lose my voice by the time this is over. But you may be blessed if I lost my voice. Think about that. Last evening, I was down in Myerstown to Roland Sermering Rose's open house and energy get-together. And maybe I talked too much last night. Or maybe I talked too much in the car with my guests that rode with me. We don't know, do we? Anyhow, my reading for today is The Impossible Dream. And it's by Helen Gleason. John shared this with me, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. You can be what you want to be. Give him your dream, and you will see. For miracles are meant for us, for folk simple enough to trust. Just hold the thought, in truth and faith believe, and trust in God, and you'll receive. Pray on and wait patiently. Fulfillment of your dream you'll see. Just know the answer's on the way, when to God you sincerely pray. And if you'll let him dwell within, the answer to your life he'll bring. For God has put that hope in you. Desire to be, desire to do. Impossible as it may seem, with God you will fulfill your dream. Now, my little talk for today. Last evening, I told a few people, I'm doing church service tomorrow. And he said, oh, really? And Mr. Tony back there said, and what is the subject of your lecture? Have you met Mr. Tony back there? Nice guy. And anyhow, I said, "Are you ready?" He said, "I'm ready." And I just stood there, and he said, "So what's the subject of your lesson?" And I said, "Are you ready?" I think a couple others did that to me too last evening. But anyhow, that is the subject of my talk today. Last month, when last I was here before you, I spoke on time. If you were here, you remember it was all about time. And I personally have been trying my best to work with time in my personal as well as the world around me. And that includes you. You're part of my world. And today, my talk or discussion is, are you ready? Ready for what? You know. So, I realized last evening as I sat down to write my talk for today that it's a play on words. It's like time is a play on words. Because remember, I talked and I could have talked for another 2 hours just about time. And are you ready is a play on words. Remember, we are living in a very fast-paced world that we never know what is around the corner in our lives as well as in our world. Things are in a flux of change, and at times we are not prepared for these changes. But changes, as a rule, are good. You may not think so at the time, but good comes from all change. For some time now, I've been hung up on a play of words. And it's just like, are you ready? I could probably talk for 3 hours. But I'm not going to keep you here that long, even though it's nice and cool in here. I'll try to summarize it and give you an idea of what I'm thinking. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to meet your Lord? You'd find that in the Baptist churches down south. That's a good question. Are you ready? Most of the time we are not ready, but with a little more understanding and dedication and love, we make it through these times. But by preparing our thinking in advance, we can make our lives so much better. Remember, we're on a journey. And we're all on a journey individually and together. For all of us here together, with our combined energies, it's a special journey. And you wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be here if we didn't come together in the ethers, in the divine light of spirit. We wouldn't be here. We'd be somewhere else. So, you can study religion, the masters, metaphysics, the Bible, or any of the great books of the world. But until we put this knowledge, this knowing, to practice, we fall apart. And there are times in our lives when we fall apart. But with attunement with God and Spirit, we can balance things out and realize it's just another little chapter in our book. Because we're all writing a book, the book of life. Now, are you ready to make changes that will improve your personal life as well as the world around you? That's a deep subject. Are you ready to learn to say no? That's a biggie. And I fall into that category because I love people. I have a hard time saying no. And I think there's a couple of you out here that have the same problem. When others ask you to do things or get involved with things that you really don't want to, you have the right to say no. After all, it's your life, it's your energy, it's your time, and time is important. You know, we never know when we're going to be leaving this time on earth. So are you ready? Now, are you ready to say yes and get involved in the operations of the human experience? Are you ready to put yourself into helping someone in need rather than watching someone struggle? It's so easy to lend a hand. You can sit back and watch them struggle with that big box they're trying to put in their trunk. You can think in your head, boy, that must be a heavy box. But are you ready? Are you ready to go over and say, can I give you a hand? Now, I've had these experiences. Can I give you a hand? You know, are you ready to be someone's friend at a time that they are in need of compassion, understanding, or love? Or are you going to turn away and let them wallow in their despair? Think about it, friends. Remember, you're on a path of light and discovery in order that we individually and we as a unit can evolve so that we don't have to go through this again with luck. But I don't know about that. Are you ready to stop all the talk and the gossip that's brought before you about others? And these things, I hear it downstairs, around the table, these little stories and gossips are repeated and repeated. By the time it gets to you, you have no idea how many it's been repeated and embellished, and it grows a life of its own. Are you ready to say, no, I don't want to hear this? Are you ready to walk away and know that you will form your own opinions because you were there and you heard what was said or done? And I think that's very important for us humans, to knock it off, because you're building negative energy. And the energy grows and grows and grows and creates all kinds of pain to others. So are you ready to dismiss the rumors and innuendos and make a clear and personal opinion of the situation or of the persons? Don't take everything for gospel, because when you find out a week or two later, that wasn't true at all. It wasn't true at all. It was something that was taken out of context and embellished. And some people love to embellish stories. John's a good storyteller. Ask him. He's Irish. And Irishmen always speak the truth. We know that, don't we? And like I said, this is a play on words. But I feel if you put your thoughts, your higher thoughts, not your lower thoughts, and divine energy into the play of life and into your world, you would be so much better off. We so often forget that it's all about energy. And I, as well as some of our other ministers, keep telling you this. Remember, it's energy. Everything in our world and universe is energy. Now, you can play with whatever energies you want, but be prepared for the consequences if you're working with negative energy. And when you create a situation that you're unhappy about, don't come crying to me or to any of our ministers for a way out. You have to learn to get your own way out of these situations that you create. You are creating these situations. And these affect the situations and the energies of our cities, our state, our countries, our world. And there are many, many of these situations as you go through life that come up. And your reaction. See, now, we are evolving in thought and energy because we're here today. But we have the opportunity to share that with everyone. And we can make or break all these life experiences. And I know, I'm speaking from experience. I didn't come around the block just once. I've been around the block a lot of times. And I'm not always proud of what I have done or said in the past. But I like to feel that I have grown and that I'm a good person, as you should feel about yourself. You are beautiful, wonderful people. Why are you getting involved with negativities? Now, we all know that there's been so much talk about 2012. And it has been prophesied through eons of time, the Bible, Nostradamus, many prophets that came on the earth and said, July 18th is going to be the end of the world, and everybody gets frantic, and they move, they sell their homes, their possessions, move to mountains to be safe. Now, I don't know what's going to be safe up on the mountain. Stay where you are, because there's a chance, 99.9% chance, that it's not going to be the end of the world. And let's be real. So it's the end of the world. Is there something to worry about? If you have been living a good life, if you have shared your love and energies with your fellow man, you know God will take care of you and will take you into a world that you have longed for the last, like with me, 75 years. You know, some of you it's 28, 30. Now, I do not believe that 2012, regardless what the Aztecs say or Nostradamus say, is going to be the end of the world. I think this is misinterpreted. I think maybe the Aztecs ran out of chisels to do the next year. We don't know. We weren't there. Think about it. Why did they stop at 2012? All the chisels were broken. So look how busy they were. Look how busy they were.
They ran out of stone.
Or they ran, no, there's stone there. There's lots of stone. And we do know that Mother Earth is angry. She's in a bad mood. And you don't want to tick off a woman. That's one of my life experiences. I know when to walk away or to say, yes, dear. Okay, dear. Sure, why not? And then I walk away and say, damn it, I did it again. I did it again. Why did I say yes? Yeah. Any of you have that experience, huh? But anyhow, it's because of man that our Mother Earth is playing havoc. You know, we have our weather changes. Have you ever known to put on your air conditioner at the end of April? Or put your air conditioners in the window the 1st of May? There's something going on. The weather patterns are changing. And we have had earthquakes in Chile, in Haiti, in Indiana. Did you know we had an earthquake in Indiana? Yeah, the other day. It wasn't a biggie, but it spooked people because the walls rattled and things fell off the shelves. And in China had a biggie too. We have hurricanes and tornadoes playing havoc with our beautiful country. We have melting ice caps and rising waters because the heat is traveling north and making changes. Now, we must realize that Mother Earth has done this any number of times in past history. But it's not going to be the end of the world, or we wouldn't be here. Think about that. So we moved from Pennsylvania, we moved to Florida, where we have change of seasons with snow. Or we move up north to Canada, which becomes a tropical paradise, as it was. They have proven that the North Pole in Canada at one time was a tropical paradise. So, these are changes we have to adjust to. But we, as a unit, as individuals, can help make changes in our world. So are you ready to make changes in our world to help calm down situations? God didn't create that oil well in the Gulf of Mexico. That is, they can't cap it, and they had 3 caps through that tube. None of them work. Now, God didn't create the oil well, and He didn't create the storm. Or the explosion. That was an explosion. We don't know what happened there. But man failed to be able to cap off that oil well. So man created the problem with the oil flowing in to the coastline of Louisiana. And didn't they have enough with Katrina? So we need to share. Are you ready to share $1 to any one of these devastating situations? If each one of us gave up a candy bar or a hamburger at McDonald's, they have the dollar menu, You go to McDonald's and eat, or your cigarettes, or your case of beer, give it up, just one of them, $1, and donate it to Haiti, to Chile, to Louisiana. There are 30 million people in the United States. If each one of them gave $1 to these situations to help them out, these people are desperate, sad, bewildered. That would be $30 million. Some days I have so much money in my pocket, I give them $5. But we actually do more than that. But this is something to think about. You can say, oh, those poor people. No, I've heard it. But did anyone get up and say, let's all give $1 to Haiti. Let's all give $1 to Chile? Because it didn't happen at one time. They happen sporadically. So between 6 catastrophes, you had to give $6 away. Are you ready to share with the world to make our world a better place? We got to think about this, people. Because remember, the day will come. And are you ready to leave this earth? You will have to see the Maker. And you will look in the Akashic records, and you'll say, oh, Jack didn't do so well there. Oh, he didn't do well here. But now he did well there. But oh, he didn't do good there. And then you will pay through your own soul and spirit. Remember, you're in control under the guidance of the God essence. Now, there are times you can almost get depressed with things that are happening around the world, but you got to have the faith in the God essence. And you will be amazed how you can make change in your world. And by change is changing the energies. If you're having a bad time, think about it. Who's in control of your life? It isn't your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, girlfriend. It isn't your mother, your father. It isn't any one of you here in this church today. You are responsible. And so you have to decide to make the change. And it's not that hard, folks. It really isn't. But, you can be ready to go and do it, or you can be laid back and say, oh, I like the way things are going right now. But don't come to me next month when your whole world falls apart and say, why me? Why me? Don't do it to me. Don't do it to your family, to your friends. So, know that we can all make a difference in the final outcome of all situations. So are you ready? I'm ready to continue on my path. And I would like you all to go along with me on this path, because that's who we are and where we are. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.